Thank you all for coming to this celebration. It's a series of celebrations, as we all know, starting with Lahiri Mahasaya's Mahasamadhi on Friday, and then 4 days later, the celebration of his birth. We will have a devotional program, chanting, a flower ceremony at the end, some meditation, some stories from the autobiography that we'll share with all of you, the four of us here. But I just want to mention, it's very easy to realize how ordinary Lahiri Mahasaya's life was on the outside if we contrast it to another great soul whose life was anything but ordinary when looked at from the outside, and that was Trailanga Swami. And some of you have read in the autobiography of a yogi, as it says, Lahiri Mahasaya and Trailanga Swami were great friends. They were both in the city of Varanasi, Banaras, and they would meditate together. And Trailanga's certain qualities that he had, he was 300 years old, he was 300 pounds heavy, and I must tell you this, many years ago when I went to Varanasi, to Banaras, I went to Lahiri Mahasaya's house, which is the most ordinary house that there ever is. And I also went to Trailanga Swami's ashram, which is extremely extraordinary, the things in there, the statues and so on and so forth. And there is a caretaker there who's a disciple of Trailanga in that tradition. And he welcomes you with an interesting line. He says, "This is the home of a disciple of Trailanga, where Trailanga spent the last 90 years of his life." And then he just looks at you to do the math, because, what does last 90 years mean? Generally, that's an entire lifetime. But 300 years, 300 pounds, and so on and so forth, he didn't wear anything because he wasn't even conscious of his body. And he used to praise Lahiri Mahasaya quite a bit. Once he praised Lahiri Mahasaya to the skies, and one of his disciples said, "Sir, how come you, a Swami and a renunciate, are praising Lahiri in such high terms? He's only a householder." And though the autobiography doesn't mention this, probably the disciple said, "Let's compare your qualities and his qualities. You are 300 pounds heavy. Lahiri Mahasaya is ordinary, weighs as much as an ordinary human being. You are 300 years old. Lahiri Mahasaya will pass on in his 60s. You don't have a house. Lahiri Mahasaya owns a house. You float on the Ganges for days or stay submerged in the Ganges for days. Lahiri Mahasaya does a 9-to-5 job. He's an accountant. You fast for many, many weeks and then eat tons of food when you come out of your fast. And Lahiri Mahasaya can't do that. He has a family of many children, 2 sons and a few daughters also, that he has to raise. And anybody who has children knows that you can't really support your children and look after them if you're fasting for months and then feasting for months. And then you, Trailanga, you stay silent for months at a time. And Lahiri Mahasaya has to put his children to bed and wake them up, take them to school, and all of those things. So how come you, who are extraordinary in every way, and Lahiri Mahasaya, unlike you, is well-dressed, as the respectable husband and father of children. So how come you, who are extraordinary in every way, pay such respect to this common person, Lahiri Mahasaya? He's even going bald. His hair's white. And Trailanga Swami's answer is what I want to read here. "My son, Lahiri Mahasaya is like a divine kitten. Wherever the cosmic mother has placed him, while dutifully playing the part of a worldly man, he has received that perfect self-realization for which I have renounced even my loincloth." And so the quality of Lahiri Mahasaya's realization is reflected in another story. And this quality of omnipresence, omniscience, is what we are trying to tune into, not just his historical life, but that consciousness which is very aware of us. And Yogananda writes this: "Lahiri Mahasaya's omnipresence was demonstrated one day before a group of disciples who were listening to his exposition of the Bhagavad Gita. as he was explaining the meaning of Kutastha Chaitanya, or the Christ consciousness in all vibratory creation, Lahiri Mahasaya suddenly gasped and cried out, "I am drowning in the bodies of many souls off the coast of Japan." The next morning, the chelas read a newspaper account of the death of many people whose ship had foundered the preceding day near Japan. The distant disciples of Lahiri Mahasaya were often made aware of his enfolding presence. "I am ever with those who practice Kriya," he said consolingly to chelas who could not remain near him. "I will guide you to the cosmic home through your enlarging perceptions." So let's use the rest of this evening to tune in more and more deeply to that presence which is always there for us and with us.
Let's chant together, "I will drink thy name." I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om. Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om. Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om. 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 I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om. 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 I will dance through hearts, I will dance through lives, and sing thy name, and sing thy name. I will dance through hearts, I will dance through lives, and sing thy name, and sing thy name. Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om Lahiri, Om. 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 I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name, and get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy There is a chapter in Autobiography of a Yogi where Master goes to meet Kashi Moni, Lahiri Mahasaya's wife, this is at a point in time when Lahiri Mahasaya has left the body, and he gets to have a precious interview with her, and she shares many stories of her life with Lahiri. And one of these stories is of a chela who comes to Lahiri and asks him for a photograph. And he gives her the photo with the words, "It is a protection if you deem it so. Otherwise, it is only a photograph." Incidentally, a few days later, the disciple is sitting at a table with Lahiri's daughter-in-law, studying the Bhagavad Gita, and the photo is hanging above the table. And of a sudden, a furious lightning storm breaks out. And their response is to call to Lahiri, "Lahiri Mahasaya, protect us." And they bow to the photo. And lightning strikes, but it strikes the Gita, and the disciples are unharmed, completely protected by the Guru's grace. Later, the chela testifies that she felt as if she was surrounded by a sheath of ice, and it protected her from the extreme heat of the strike. It's indeed a miraculous story, and we can heed Lahiri's words to the chela. "It is a protection if you deem it so. Otherwise, it is only a picture. A picture of the Gurus can be just a picture. You might extend this to say that the autobiography is just a book, or the chants we sing are just some simple melodies. But of course, all these things are sacred, and they become clear instruments of the Guru's grace when we tune into them with ever-deepening faith and devotion. And I've enjoyed over the years tuning into the images of the masters through the practice of visualization. It's a very simple practice, and Swamiji explains it very simply and clearly, that while in meditation, while sitting in the silence, visualize one of the masters at the point between the eyebrows. You can concentrate particularly on their eyes and call to them. And Swamiji suggests the prayer, "Introduce me to God," and use this way of attuning and connecting with the masters. Very simple practice, and I found it to be powerful and to be quite blissful. And I've had a connection with Lahiri over the years, and it began several years ago in the context of the office. I was at a phase where I was wanting to invite divine assistance or grace with my seva, because I was working primarily at the computer in an office setting. It seemed natural to call on Lahiri, given his career as an accountant. So one of the simple things I did was I just changed my computer desktop to his image as a reminder. And of course, we keep photos of the masters around us all the time, similarly to remind us. But what started out as an invitation to assist me with my seva has evolved into more of a devotional inner connection over the years. And it came to a fruition last year in a story that I'll share. Last May, in the late spring, the monks, we took a outing to Table Mountain, which is 2 hours away from the village, and it's a beautiful place to visit, particularly in that time of year. It's a volcanic mountain built up over the years through the cooling sediment, and so it's flat. That's why they call it Table Mountain. And it's notable for its vast wildflower blooms, and there's many miles of trails, and some other features. There's many miles of canyon as well. And at that time of year, because of the faraway snowmelt, there's a lot of
little gentle creeks running all along the hiking trails. So it's extremely pleasant. And this particular day, it just seemed to be completely blessed by Divine Mother as I was witnessing the different sights. And like at the entrance, because it was bright and sunny, there's a lot of cows in the area. And there's a big tree near the entrance. And underneath it were just this little herd of cattle hanging out together, hiding from the sun. It was a very sweet sight. And I was in I guess, like a poetic, devotional mood. And I was just trying to kind of look at the symbolism, see how Divine Mother was speaking through nature. And, I was the oratorio had been recent, so I tuned into the metaphor of living water. So all the little creeks were reminding me of how Christ used living water as the metaphor for the energy awakening in the spine. And while walking up to the edge of the canyon and seeing the creek flow over, I put my hand next to it, and there was a little mist kicking back, and it was a very pleasant, soothing sensation on the skin. And it reminded me of Master's chapter on Kriya, where he says the Kriya practitioner in the beginning phases can begin to feel soothing sensations of regenerative effect in the spine. And I thought that little image was also kind of an outer hint, like pointing to the reality of inner bliss. This was sort of where my mind was during the day. There were other little sights, but the highlight was we actually got to go down into the base of the canyon, and it was very fun. Along the way, we had seen some of the waterfalls flowing. And once we reached the base of the canyon, we found a nice spot in the sun, partially in the sun, partially in the shade, where the waterfall was coming right down over us. And so we each took turns bathing underneath the waterfall. And we were standing on this rocky foundation, totally immersed in this column of water, and it was even like swaying back and forth. And it was late afternoon, so the sun was in a position in the sky as if hiding behind the waterfall. And because it was wavering, it's like the light was coming and going. And given the entire bob of the day, it just felt like this entire experience was an outer reflection of the inner kingdom, standing firmly in asana position, being centered in a column of energy, doing our best to fight the restlessness and peer at the divine light. And I took it as a blessing, along with the entire day. And finally, on our way out, we saw, the day was so pleasant, and then we saw the sight of actually a dead cow. And it was gruesome, it was decaying and everything, and I wouldn't even mention it, except for in that moment, I remembered it was just the perfect contrast to the sight at the beginning, that pleasant image of all the cows herding together, grazing. And then I remembered, again, inspired by the oratorio, felt as if Divine Mother was showing these things to give a little balance of duality, but to say, birth, life, and death are one, veils of my love. Behind all of the outer scenes, always remember me, seek me behind all outer forms, no matter how pleasant or terrible. And what does this all have to do with Lahiri? Nothing. So it seemed. But finally, on the way out of the park, from then on out, it was maybe close to a mile of just clear hiking. We were hiking along, and the image of Lahiri came to me spontaneously at where I have been practicing visualizing him. And just for a flash, It was spontaneous, and I took it as his blessing, rather than my usual practice of, reaching out to him. He came as if to say, my blessings were on this day. And it's as simple as that. I think, very importantly, it freed me from any doubt I might have been having, or I might have had. It's very common to wonder. It's a common thought to have wished to have been with the gurus in the body, to have received that very direct blessing. But of course, we're taught that it's not essential. We tune into their omnipresent consciousness. And this experience grounded me in that understanding, for which I'm grateful. So, call to the gurus, call to God, and they'll always be with you.
So we'll also enact or read through another part of Lahiri Mahasaya's life, where Sri Yukteswar, whose part Taig will share, met Babaji, and Lahiri Mahasaya came to know that it was time to leave his earthly form.
I deemed myself empowered by the blessings of the saint and agreed to write the book. Feeling reluctantly that the parting hour had arrived, I rose from my leafy seat.
Do you know Lahiri? He's a great soul, isn't he? Tell him of our meeting and take this message from me for him.
After I bowed humbly in farewell, the saint smiled benignly.
Goodbye for the present. When your book is finished, I will pay you a visit.
I left Allahabad the following day and trained for Benares. Reaching my guru's home, I poured out the story of the wonderful saint I had met at the Kumbh Mela.
Oh, didn't you recognize him? I see you couldn't, for he prevented you. He's my incomparable guru, the celestial Babaji.
Babaji? The Yogi Christ Babaji? The invisible, visible Savior Babaji? Oh, if I could only just recall the past and be once more in his presence to show my devotion at his lotus feet.
Never mind. He has promised to see you again.
Gurudeva, the Divine Master asked me to give you a message. Tell Lahiri that the stored up power for this life now runs low. It is nearly finished. At my utterance of these enigmatic words, Lahiri Mahasaya's figure trembled as though touched by a lightning current. In an instant, everything about him fell silent. His smiling countenance turned incredibly stern. Like a wooden statue, somber and immovable in its seat, his body became colorless. I was alarmed and bewildered. Never in my life had I seen this joyous soul manifest such awful gravity. The other disciples present stared apprehensively. 3 hours passed in utter silence. Then Lahiri Mahasaya resumed his natural, cheerful demeanor and spoke affectionately to each of the chelas. Everyone sighed in relief. I realized by my master's reaction that Babaji's message had been an unmistakable signal by which Lahiri Mahasaya understood that his body would soon be untenanted. His awesome silence proved that my guru had instantly controlled his being, cut his last cord of attachment to the material world, and fled to his ever-living identity in spirit. Babaji's remark had been his way of saying, I shall be ever with you. Though Babaji and Lahiri Mahasaya were omnipresent and had no need of communicating with each other through me or any other intermediary, the great ones often condescend to play a part in the human drama. Occasionally they transmit their prophecies through messengers in an ordinary way, that the final fulfillment of their words may infuse greater divine faith in a wide circle of men who later learn their story. I own nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. I own no one, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am nameless, ever free. In myself I am free. I am formless, ever free. In myself I am free. I need nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. I need no one, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am nameless, ever free. In myself I am free. I am formless, ever free. In myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. I own no one, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am nameless, ever free. In myself I am free. I am formless, ever free. In myself I am free. I need nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. I need no one, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am nameless, ever free. In myself I am free. I am formless, ever free. In myself I am free. I own nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. I own no one, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am nameless, ever free. In myself I am free. I am formless, ever free. In myself I am free. I need nothing, I am free. In myself I am free. I need no one, I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. In myself I am free. I am free, ever free. In myself I am free. I am joyful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am blissful, ever free. In myself I am free. I am nameless, ever free. In myself I am free. I am formless, ever free. In myself I am free. I am nameless, ever free. In myself I am free. I am formless, ever free. In myself I am free.
This was one of Lahiri Mahasaya's favorite chants, no birth, no death.
Blessed Spirit, I Blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He. Blessed Spirit, I am He. Mind nor intellect nor ego feeling, mind nor intellect nor ego feeling, sky nor earth nor metals am I, sky nor earth nor metals am I. I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He. Beyond all fancy, formless am I. Beyond all fancy, formless am I. Free from dreams of all earthly life. Free from dreams of all earthly life. I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He. Bondage I fear not, I'm free in thy joy. Bondage I fear not, I'm free in thy joy. Free, oh free, Lord, free in thy bliss. Free, oh free, Lord, free in thy bliss. I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He. No birth, no death, nor caste have I. No birth, no death, nor caste have I. Father, mother, have I none. Father, mother, have I none. I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He. Mind nor intellect nor ego feeling, mind nor intellect nor ego feeling, sky nor earth nor metals am I, sky nor earth nor metals am I. I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He. Beyond all fancy, formless am I. Beyond all fancy, formless am I. Free from dreams of all earthly life. Free from dreams of all earthly life. I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He, I am He, I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He. Bondage I fear not, I'm free speech I fear not, I'm free in thy joy. Free, oh free, Lord, free in thy bliss. Free, oh free, Lord, free in thy bliss. I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He. I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He. I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He. I am He, blessed Spirit, I am He.